Hi guys, Poor Decisions.
Back again.
This week so me and Steph send countless of reels to each other, don't we? And some of them can be funny, serious, and spooky. So anyway, so I thought it'd be quite good to come on here today and talk about our kind of spooky, ghostly, weird encounters that we've had over the years. And it'd be quite interesting to see in the comments on our YouTube video what maybe your weird encounters have been like. So yeah, did you want to take start, Steph?
So I've got a few to be fair.
All ghostly or
Yeah.
okay.
It's all fucking ghostly.
Because do you believe in all that spiritualism? And
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I believe in God.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I'm heavy religious. Like you wouldn't find me at the church every fucking Sunday.
Yeah.
But I'm heavily religious. I believe in a God and
Yeah.
whatnot. But yeah. So one of my friends from college, her mum is basically like a spiritual person.
Okay.
Basically, so she's told me like things like, for example, like your mum's gonna need you at some point, and it's always at house parties, so I'm never like ready for it. And she can always sense that. She's like, oh, I tried to leave you, but obviously like your nan just wants me to come over. Talking about like my dad's mum
Right. Okay.
that passed away when he was young. So yeah, so she obviously told me like, oh yeah, your family's like quite spiritual. I was just like, okay, like don't surprise me, but I've seen a few shit. Because obviously, like I was brought up in a house and it has the plaque 1888 on it.
Oh right. Yeah.
So one morning, I've got my cousin staying around and my best friend at the time staying around.
Mhm.
So we all kind of took turns to have a shower and get ready. My cousin went first this time. Like it just depends. Like there's no like particular order.
Yeah.
Like my cousin went first this time, and then fucked off. And then my friend went second, and then she kind of like sat on the floor in front of the bath on the rug in front of the bath, like the bath mat. Like wait for me, I was doing my mascara and whatnot, and obviously like I'm in the mirror and I'm doing this, like you know your eyes have to be wide open, like you can't put on I can't put on mascara with my eyes closed. I've seen people do it, but I can't.
I don't know how they do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would say I was about 17 when this happened.
Okay.
And I saw a 6 to 7 foot dark fucking idiot. A 6 to 7 foot dark black tall figure walk past in the mirror, because obviously they can't see the reflection. It's number one. And it just went into my sister's old room.
So you didn't see any facial, nothing?
No, it was just tall black, so I knew it was a dark demonic figure. And I heard the door shut. And I was just like to my friend, did you fucking see that? Did you see that? And she was just like, I saw something black from the corner of my eyes move quick. And obviously I was playing music off my iPod dock from my bathroom, because obviously the bathroom's next door to my sister's old bedroom.
Oh, right, okay.
And I opened back the door and I was just like shouting my cousin's name, shouting her name. And I could hear, yeah! And it was coming from downstairs. So this bitch was in the living room eating cereal, watching Disney Channel or some shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? And when I've obviously gone into the room is stone cold. They say like, that's the proper environment for them. I just turned the fucking dock off and shut back the door. So you fucking stay in there, you cunt. And I just shut the door back because I thought,
I'm not getting possessed today.
I'm not in the films. Is anybody there?
Yeah.
Like, no. You stay there. We gonna stay out here, and then we're gonna go out. We're getting ready to like go out anyway. So that was one of my main ones where I'm like, what the fuck? But loads of shit has happened in that house. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, same with my mum's house. Like where I live now, to be honest, not much has happened. Only a few things I'm like, okay, that's a bit strange. But
you got a baby now, so you got to remember they can speak with the babies. Babies can see them as well as dogs.
You saying that, Naya, so she's never met my nan, because my nan passed away before I got pregnant. And she'll see photos of my nan, and she'll look at her. She's like, and she calls my granddad Gigi, like great granddad. So she goes, Nanny Gigi, like great nanny. Then I go, yeah, and she goes, I like Nanny Gigi.
Okay,
I'm like,
family visits.
I was like, oh, I said, do you? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, oh, so do you see her? And at one point she said yes, but then she was like playing with other things. So, it was a bit like a distraction. But then it gave me, not like I wasn't scared, I was like, oh, that's really comforting. Because I was like, if my nan has come to see her,
Of course
that's
she would,
really
yeah.
nice. But no, I mean, we've had more like weird, ghostly encounters at my mum's house. So, I mean, there was one time where I was off, I think it was when, because like with uni, we didn't go in every day, to begin with. So it was like one of my days off, and I'm like, I'm going to have a lay-in. Mum's got the girls up, got ready for school, whatever. So I've then gone back to sleep. I've woken up, and I can hear thinking, oh my God, like Gabby and Elise are still not at school. Like, what time is it? Like, I thought I'd been in a deep sleep, or like for an hour. So I could hear my mum having a shower, and I'm like, oh, she's obviously just, I don't know, maybe I'm just like, because I was too tired to even look at my phone for the time, you're just like, I don't know what time it is. Anyway, my mum's shut off the shower, she's like wrapped her towel around it, opened the door, she's like, can you hear that? And I'm looking at her, I'm like, what? Because my bedroom was opposite the bathroom, and I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, can you hear that talking? I went, yeah, it's Gabby and Elise. She went, no, I took them to school. I went, oh, and literally as soon as my mum opened that door, they just stopped, like it just went silent. And my mum looked in the bedroom, she's like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
she was like,
that.
no, thank you. But I have seen once when I was getting ready for bed. So this was on a work day.
I know.
There was just some guy with this like, tiny scooter. Unless he's stolen it from a kid.
For a 4-year-old, mate.
Yeah. But no, and it was like, I was getting ready for bed. It was on a, not school day, so work day. And everyone's asleep in the house. And as I've gone to go lay down, shut my eyes, I've then looked and my door was like slightly ajar. I thought it was my sister Elise, her head just like that peeking in the doorway.
Oh, that's creepy.
So I've gone, Elise! And with that, she's gone, yeah? So I'm like, you motherfucker. I was like, good, I've got to go wee, because I'm going to come and have a fucking word with you. I've got up, and the bedroom she's like obviously in, the door is completely shut.
Yeah, fuck that.
So I was like, I didn't hear the door shut. I thought I opened it, she's laying in bed like, I'm like, right, okay, that was not Elise. So I've gone a wee, I've got back in bed, I was like, fuck
shut
that.
my door.
Yeah, no, I did. I was like,
Fuck that.
I'm not having this door ajar anymore.
Fuck that shit.
But yeah, so that was a really strange encounter. Really weird.
Yeah,
But
it's fucking weird.
I couldn't make out the features, but I did see facial features. Does that make sense? But it was so quick.
Yeah, you weren't too sure.
And because she had black hair, I just thought, and if she was a young girl, so I thought, oh, that's Elise. But it wasn't Elise. So.
I heard chitter chatter when because obviously I live with my partner, as you know. But sometimes, like if I'm out and whatnot, and if I want to pay for cab, like I think it was one of these ones where I was like, babe, like I'm gonna get cab to my mum's because it's more cheaper to go there than to go home unless you've got money and you want to like give me some money towards the cab. I was like, no money, that's fine. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Got a cab to my mum's, and as I've opened the door, I can hear chatting coming from the living room, but it's not the living room, it's my mum's playroom.
Right,
yeah. She works from home, innit? Childminder. And when I opened the door and switched the light on, silence. I said, that's right, it's bedtime. And you get used to it. That's what I mean. You get used to it. So that's literally what I said. They probably think, fucking bitch.
You do.
She doesn't even fucking live here anymore full time. Fuck is
Like,
she
what the
doing
fuck
there?
are you doing?
But I literally just opened the door and just like, that's right, it's bedtime.
Oh my God,
and
that's
I
so
turned the
funny.
light off and shut the door back.
Dying.
And I just went upstairs, greeted the cat, whatnot. And then it was like, it just moved normal. Just moving normal because I'm just like, but I could hear chatting. I don't know what it was like. I'm just like, what's going on, man?
You do get used to it. Like now you said that actually. Like yeah, there was one time me and Elise were sitting on, I think it was on her bed in her bedroom, and this is during lockdown. And we could hear like some point, like it's like a woman's like with high heels downstairs, like constantly. And I was like, alright, whatever, just ignore it. And then one other night we were sitting on her bed talking, and my ex at the time was living with us. So he'd gone to bed, and I went, yeah, I'll be in bed soon. We're just chit-chatting and whatever else. All of a sudden we hear up the stairs.
No, that's creepy.
So we look at each other, we go, anyway, we just continue, because it's like, if we make it obvious, we're like, just ignore it.
I fucking love that.
But yeah, literally, we just, as soon as we heard boom, 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 boom up the stairs, we just went, looked at each other and went, So anyway,
I would do the same shit.
Yeah, I thought I'm
I
not
would do the
acknowledging
same
it.
shit because I remember I was at my best friend's house. She was living with her mum at the time.
Yeah.
She's got 2 kids now, but at the time she had 1, like her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sitting down watching baby damn rotted TV. I hate baby TV. I was sitting down with her. I had my arm around her, and all of a sudden I heard poof, and I was like, pulled her closer to me and carried on watching the TV. And then all of a sudden my best friend comes down the stairs because she was doing washing, like hanging the washing upstairs. She was like, what was that? I said, I don't know. You better check. Right, I'm with your daughter. I'm the protection for your daughter. You better go check. This is your mum's house. I got my own creepy ass to deal with, mate. And she come down. She said, the Jack Daniels was on the floor. Bear in mind, it was I think it could have been a litre bottle. And I was just like,
What, and it smashed?
No, it just dropped on the floor. I said,
Oh.
did you pour any out for the dead? Because they might be a bit.
But
That's what my mum does anyway. Like when she opens a drink, she always pours a bit out. But you see it in the films anyway.
Yeah.
But I was like, did you pour any out for the dead? Because obviously they must be feeling the type of way. Like we've poured ourselves drinks now, we're chilling and whatnot.
Oh, that's so funny.
But it's not even just me basically that's experienced it. It's like her that's experienced it. This is like
Yeah.
where she was living. But I'm like, you got to remember, you got a baby now.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
they don't
probably
draw
why you're
that.
experiencing a bit
Yeah.
more. Whereas before, when you first moved here with your mum, from when she used to live like literally 2-minute walk from my house. But they moved a little bit down the road, like 4 bus stops away.
That's where we went, weren't it, once? We did the photo shoot there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the new place.
Yeah.
That's the new place. Well, not really new because they've been there for
Yeah.
years, but yeah, that's the new place. Because I know they used to do Ouija boards and shit. Because I remember she said to me, I want to do a Ouija board. I said, all right, this is what we're going to do. So you're going to wait for me to leave,
And then
I'll video call you.
Yeah.
And then if anything goes left, if anything goes wrong, I'm going to like call a couple of priests and point them in your direction. But keep me on the phone on video camera so I can see what's happening and stuff. So are you crazy? Do a Ouija board? Are you mad?
Well, me and one of my friends, we did that.
What, Ouija?
Yeah.
Fuck
But
off,
we
man.
did it well, we actually did one, so where like we made it in my house, and like
You're
it
crazy.
worked, but we were like, what the fuck? Anyway, we were a bit too scared.
I'm not
And
doing that
then
shit in my house.
We did it in her mum's house, and oh my god, we ran out screaming, and she refused to go back in, so she was home alone. It was me and Gabby actually. We went round to see her.
You know, you're never meant to take your finger off the
Yeah,
thing or
never
it gets
meant-
stuck in the house.
So
That's what
I
happened to my
said,
friend.
yeah, because
And they all went, ah! And the
Yeah.
girl couldn't get off. She's like, I can't take it off.
Well, I said that. I said we have
Fuck
to say
that.
a prayer before, and then you have to always end it and say like we have to go now, goodbye, and then you pray, and then like you can let go. So anyway, we're doing this. We get through to apparently some guy or kid, I don't know. So we're like, all right, well we have to go now. And this Finn, I kid you not, the glass went no. Well, sorry, but we have to go. No. We just have because we have no. I kid you not. We were like, we have to go now, goodbye. And then we literally was like, fuck, and we ran out. And she was like, I can't go back inside until my mum gets home. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I have to go home because like my mum was picking us up.
Pissed.
And it was like a school night, I think.
This is why I would never do it at my house.
Oh, honestly, and she was like, I'm really scared. And I was like, you'll be okay. Like, I said, go in.
Oh,
and then
my
she
God.
was like, I'm just going to sit here and wait for my mum. And like, she just sat on her doorstep. And I
Yeah,
was
we
like,
did
oh
the same
my
thing,
God.
but to be personally, I wouldn't have done it at my house anyway.
No, it's...
Fuck that, I would have done that at somebody else's if I was to do it, but I would never do it anyway, so I ain't doing it at nobody's fucking house. You can fuck
No,
off.
but you know, like, and it sounds weird, but like when I did it, it gave me a really banging headache. And I felt, rather than cold, I felt hot. And it was like the energy was being sucked out of me, or they were putting their energy on me, but like too much energy, where I was like, fucking hell, it's like a sauna in here. And like my head is killing me. What is going on? It was so weird. I was like, I don't like to do that, so no.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I could never.
I mean, the only other time, which, again, I'm going to put it down as ghostly, but it was a bit strange. So, we had a family dog called Star, and she was really cute, you know, like she was a loving dog, Star. And one evening, I think this was again during COVID sort of lockdown.
Always COVID,
yeah, it was
when
always.
everybody's home, yeah.
And it was really strange. She come and slept on the bathroom mat, and she never does that. I looked at her and went, Star. I went, what are you doing, mate? I said, go downstairs, you're on your bed, like, you're okay. Didn't think nothing of it. And then about 3 a.m, I could feel someone doing this to my feet. So I've instantly woken up, looked at my legs, like, what the fuck? No one there, obviously. So I'm like, okay. And then I sort of just palmed it off. I went to the toilet and I could smell a weird smell, but I just thought, oh, maybe start, because you know dogs fart and they can be stinky. So I was like, oh, I think Sprig just farted, like, I'm gonna go to bed. Anyway, the next morning I get woken up by my mum, like screaming down the phone to her dad, like my granddad, crying, being like, she's dead, she's dead. And I instantly woke up. I looked at like my ex at the time and went, Star. And he's gone running downstairs. I thought, I can't go, because I just have this, I just know she's not alive, like she's just, you know, it's not gonna be pretty. And he went down, and my granddad come over, and basically my ex, you could just, like, he put a blanket over, but he carried her out to the car, and she was so stiff. And he said there was like shit everywhere. But, so that was obviously the smell. But I didn't think anything of it at the time. But when I thought back to that, like in the middle of the night, someone doing, like pushing on my feet, I was like, was that my nan? Or was that someone else trying to say to me, like, your dog's downstairs, like, she needs you, you know?
Wow.
But I just ignored the sign, and I was like, oh, fuck, you know? Like, when you think back to it, I'm like, but then my mum said, like, you couldn't have done anything, even if
You did see
if
it,
she
yeah.
was
She just wouldn't have
dying,
been
she
alone,
just-
that was all.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just, yeah, I don't know, it's like a guilty kind of conscience
I
a
get
little
you.
bit, but
I do get you.
yeah, that was a really strange thing. But even before my nan passed away, so she sort of collapsed on Christmas Eve,
Wow.
and the night before that I was wrapping up her gifts, and I had this weird thought, like, say if I can't give this to her tomorrow, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then my mum come in, she's like, oh, just that, you know, your nan's, like, granddad's phoned me, your nan's not well. Do you want to leave tonight? Because we were due to stay the night at hers and then see her for the next day.
Yeah.
And I went, well, we'll still go, because, you know, like, we can keep an eye on her, see if she needs our help. And then when we were there, she looked rough, like really sick. And she was like, oh, I've got to go upstairs. And I could hear her being sick. And I said to my granddad, I went, look, I think it might be better if we do go home, like, just give her her space. So my granddad dropped us home and everything like that, and I didn't think anything of it until the next morning. My mum usually took Gabby to work, and Gabby was like, I'm panicking because mum's not here and I'm going to be late for work. And I went, this is weird because mum's never late for work, so what's going on? Adam pulls up, my mum's partner, and he's like, so your nan's not in a good way, expect the worst basically. And I was like, what? But again, you only think about these, like that sign that I got, I only thought about afterwards, you know. I think back to it and I'm like, what did that mean? How did I get that weird sign?
That thought in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I don't know, I just, they're unexplainable, but also it is quite, in a weird sense, maybe for some you're like, what the hell? But for me, I think it's quite comforting when you kind of get these kind of signs, because it kind of gives you a heads up, but also is it good, because it's like,
It's bad news.
do you, yeah, you know,
It's
and it's
delivering
like,
bad news, it's not delivering good news. Oh, you're going to come into money tomorrow.
yeah, if I got new or signs like that, then I'd be like, keep coming, just keep
that
giving me
would
the
be,
signs
that would
like
be
that.
brilliant. That would be fucking marvellous, mate. Absolutely marvellous. That's crazy.
But do you get like people who have passed away, do you get them visiting you in your dreams? And like, do you talk to them? Do you ever get that?
No, you know.
Do you not?
No.
I've had it a few times with my nan. Once with my nan's sister. And then I've also, which is really fucking weird, when I'm drifting off, I haven't had it since only when I used to live at my mum's. I haven't had it since. But I used to get these older looking people, like elderly people, just like, wake up. And it would wake me up.
That's creepy.
Yeah, but I never, but then since then I've not had it. It's really weird.
That's creepy. The only time
Yeah.
I have a dream like that is like if I'm drifting off and it's like for some reason my mind goes to I'm walking down the stairs and then I trip. Or I trip up the stairs and I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, because I did that when I went to Romania. What was it? I don't know. I can remember it vaguely, not well, but like I was with my sisters and they said something and it made me laugh and I literally went, and I heard that. That was the thing. I went, and I went, and then I looked because obviously my niece was behind me and I went, I looked, literally I looked over my shoulder. I was like. And she's like, what the fuck? I said, I don't know, there was something funny and I just laughed and I ended up laughing out loud and then here we are.
Yeah, and that would, there's things like that, I just,
that's the only type of jolting awake I've done, like.
Oh, okay.
Like I still do, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I probably jolted out my sleep last night, to be fair. I feel like I did.
Yeah,
It's weird.
when we was in college, there was a girl. What was it? She said to me, she was like, "Oh, have you ever had what do they call that? Where like you're laying there, but you can see yourself."
Astral projection.
Yeah, and she
So my
was
sister
like,
said she can do that.
yeah, she said she could do it. She's like, you just have to train yourself. And I was like, I don't know if I'd want to. Like, I feel like I'll be scared I get stuck, and I'm like, I can't get back into my body.
Out, but you're not supposed to. They say don't go too far from your body.
Oh, okay, so don't want.
Because a lot of people, this is a bit of conspiracy, but if you can astral project, how big of a conspiracy is it?
Okay.
They've gone and they visited Antarctica, and they've seen some shit.
Really?
Yeah, and like people that's there, or beings, should I say, that's there, saw the girl, and like kind of banished her out. But you got to be careful because sometimes they can trap your spirit there. So I'm thinking, imagine if they trap your spirit there. Does that mean you're going to go into a coma? Your body will then
That's
be
what
in a
I mean.
coma.
Yeah, that's what worries
Because that
me.
means your spirit's not going to be with your spirit's technically not with your body. So
No.
could that be a coma?
Yeah, you probably
Who
would.
the fuck knows? But she said she got like pushed out kind of thing, and she flew back kind of thing to her body and woke up. I was like, that's some creepy shit, you know.
How old was this girl? Do you remember? Like,
Probably an adult,
oh, okay.
young adult, let's say 20s.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's what scared me about it. And she was like, you can train yourself to do it. And I was like,
A lot of people say
well,
that
I
you
want
can.
to train myself though. Like, it sounds really interesting,
Mm.
but at the same time, I'm like, would I want to be in that situation? Because I just, like you, I feel like I would be. That's my luck. I'll be trapped.
I wouldn't want to go too far.
No.
If that was to ever happen to me, I wouldn't go too
Yeah.
far. I think I'd kind of like float upwards and have a look around and float back down to my body.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a bit curious, but I don't think I'd go
So
too far.
what's lucid dreaming?
Where you can control your dreams.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you can control your dreams.
God, who can control their dream? I mean,
It's
fuck, the
interesting,
shit
man.
I dream of. The other night I had a dream Michael Jackson was in my dream.
Oh, that's alright.
But why? You know, like, yeah, but...
Maybe you got the film in your head, I don't know.
Yeah, or it was like the other, was it last night? I was in some hot country and
Nice.
all these people jumped in the ocean going, there's dolphins. And I was like, I can't see no dolphins. And then like Leo, and he's jumped in and he's grabbed this dolphin and it's like this mini dolphin, but it looks like a dinosaur at the same
The
time.
fuck?
And I was like,
That's
put it
mad
back,
random.
put it back. Like he can't breathe out of the water. You know, like I was just like, this is just so weird. But like,
That is random.
they're just, I don't know, dreams as well for me. I kind of feel like,
Some of them mean stuff.
yeah, I have Googled it before. Like, oh, I had a
I
dream.
do from
What
time
does it
to
mean?
time.
Yeah.
I had a bizarre one like a month or two ago, and then I've had ones where, for some reason, it just involves of like doors in my mum's house. Like I had one. All I can remember, I'd have to take out my phone and look at it as I wrote that one down.
Mhm.
But I remember there was this white guy. It's always a white guy, and he was looking at me because obviously from where my mum's kitchen is, the garden door's to the right of it. And you can see obviously outside, and he was looking at me. We had eye contact,
Yeah.
and he was looking at me, and there was something menacing about him. And he was walking. He was walking to the right. So my mind said he's gonna try fucking come in. So I remember running like that through the hallway, and I got to the doorway, lifted up the handle, and locked it. I said, "You bitch!" And then I remember, I just remember waking up like, "Fuck, I didn't get in."
Oh my
I
God.
remember I was being chased with some friends, and they were moving too slow for me. It was frustrating me. And it was a bold white guy.
Oh, was it?
Not the same guy, it was a different guy.
Isn't that weird,
But
yeah.
Again, there was something menacing about his presence. And he was moving like Terminator towards us kind of thing. We were running, and I was the first to the door, opened the door. And I'm like, yo, hurry up, come on. And they finally got in. And as I went to slam the door, that's the hinges of the door, and that's the door. The door went like that. And it kind of like was like that.
So, yeah.
And then it opened back up. And I was like, fuck. And then I woke up.
Oh God.
I was just like, what entity is this that he stopped the door from slamming?
Yeah.
It's literally just gone. That's the corner of the door. That's the door. Just gone and stopped right there. And I was just like, what the fuck?
So, like, if you was lucid dreaming, you could have controlled that door possibly. Okay, right, got it.
I could have just said, "Oh,
Awesome.
fuck you," and push that door back.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
turned
yeah,
him
yeah.
into a fucking clown or something, or a chair or some shit. Like I could have just
Yeah.
did anything, but that was. I'd have some bizarre dreams, weird dreams, sometimes a bit creepy.
Yeah, I have a lot of reoccurring zombie dreams.
Oh, I don't have any reoccurring, I don't think.
I don't know why.
Oh.
It's always like, not all, like, I say always, like, it'll be like maybe once a
Zombie dreams
week,
kinda
I would
cool.
say.
Okay, zombie dreams kind of cool.
They are cool, but also very scary. You know, because it's just like, I don't know if I could envision, like right now where we are. Can you imagine Leytonstone full of zombies right now?
I'm taking heads off and running. I'm trained Resident Evil, Walking
Yeah.
Dead, all of them stuff. What is the other one? I can't remember it. There was a 1 and a 2. It's a classic. I can't remember it now.
28 Days Later?
That, but there's a different film I was thinking. It's
Oh.
American. It's a big, bold black guy he's from this film called Baby Boy. I can see him. I wonder if I can find it. It's gonna actually bug the hell out of me.
And there's two
But
movies.
they're basically in a mall. I remember at some point they're in a mall trying to get supplies or some shit. This is gonna
Oh my god, that's gonna
bug
bug
me.
yeah, 'cause that's bugging
I'm
me.
gonna find it, you know. But I've seen too many films where I'd be like, take off its head, shoot it in the head, take off its head, chop it off, do something. There he is, Ving Rhymes, I think that is. And then if I go movies,
Oh.
where is it? That's the film I remember him from big
oh,
time,
Baby
Baby Boy
Boy.
in 2001. But the other film, where the hell is it? I'm sure it's him. I'm sure it's this black guy. Come on, you son of a... Dawn of the Dead.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a proper classic, 2004.
And that
Dawn
with
of
the
the
little
Dead.
girl in the bedroom at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was
Poor
really
girl.
creepy on the fucking poster at the bus stops. I mean, now they probably wouldn't have that because it's like, it's too inappropriate for children. But to be honest, it did really scare the shit out of me when I'd see it. I'm like, "Oh."
That was a good film.
Yeah, that
that
was.
was
Now
good
you
film.
said it,
That's
the
all
mall.
about
Yeah,
classics.
now I remember
Because
that.
I'm like, there's a scene of the mall. I always remember the mall
Yeah.
bit. Like, I always remember the mall bit. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm ready for it. Like, taking off
Yeah.
heads. Taking off heads.
I do, yeah. I do wonder what it would be like. I mean, when I watch Shaun of the Dead, I feel like it'd be like that. But in America, because it's so big and so fast, isn't it, America? Like, I feel like there's just so many spots you could probably definitely hide out
Take
to
up
escape
refuge
to.
in, yeah.
Whereas here, like, I
It's a
feel
lot
like
harder.
each towns are so close to then the big city, you know what I mean? And it's like, where the fuck where would we go? And
Essex.
you'd have to go further.
That's the
into
first thing that
Essex,
popped into
yeah.
my head was Essex, like travel out of London. That's the first thing that popped in my head, travel out of London. Supplies, I'd go anywhere, like not even a mall, I'd just go on a high street and just start raiding the place for like supplies.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
go to a mall though, no way. But there's gonna be some zombies, some walkers
Mhm.
like in the mall and whatnot. But I'd definitely like, for example, I'd raid Boots if we needed plasters and
I was just going to
things
say,
like that,
because
for
I looked
example.
at Boots and I was like, imagine being on your period in a zombie apocalypse.
oh,
You know, that's like the
no.
last thing you fucking want anyway, let
You better
alone in
throw
a zombie
you
apocalypse.
better throw your bits as like diversions instead of bombs, just throw it so they go the other way. You've got to turn
Like-
that negative into a positive. That would be fucked up though.
That would.
I'm sure one film like that I did watch and the girl started. It was the one with Vin Diesel when he was buff.
When he was buff, guys. Not anymore.
When he was nice. Vin Diesel. I'm
What,
gonna
he
find
was in a
it.
zombie movie as well?
Well, it might not be. No,
Oh,
it was
like
one of those things that it can hear you, so you have to be quiet. I'm sure that's what it is. Let me find it.
No, I didn't
I
know that.
remember watching this with my mum a couple of times. This one was a good one. Something for you to watch. But I'm sure it was Vin Diesel. I'm gonna fucking find it. It's not Riddick.
No, because that's what come in my head when you said that.
Riddick Chronicles is bare different Riddicks.
Yeah, he's in loads of those.
Where is it? What the fuck is it called? Is it The Strays? Is it The Strays? Oh, no, I don't think so. This is gonna bug me. It's a good film though. I'm gonna probably figure it out like another time.
Yeah,
though,
she'll
in
send
my
me
life.
this later. Like, this is the one I was talking
Because he's
about.
been in loads of films. I know it's an old school film. Like it's not ancient, but it's old school. Like it's
When I think
before.
of Vin Diesel now, all I can see him as is the guy in Fast and Furious or freaking I Am Groot. You know, I'm just like,
You kill me.
I am Groot. Like,
I think of Riddick, you know.
yeah, well, to be fair, yeah, and that. Because he's in loads of those.
That's it. I had to type in Vin Diesel horror films. Pitch Black 2000.
See, I've never
Soon
seen
as I
it,
saw the
but
name,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you gotta be you gotta move silent because there's these things that can hear you, and this bitch is on her period, little bitch,
okay.
trying to
Okay.
kill everybody. I'm sorry, but
I
I probably
guess
would
I'll
have
have
just
to watch it one then.
pushed her and just fucking made a run for it.
Sacrifice.
God forgive me, man. But yeah, she started her period. I'm sure she was a young girl.
Okay, I'll give it one a go.
Point blank, watch that. Because I
Yeah.
knew it wasn't Riddick, but I know Vin Diesel was in it because
And
that's
make
when I used to love
sure-
him off.
If you're in a zombie apocalypse, stack up on tampons, pads, whatever you got, just so you're a little bit more prepared. But no, I guess that's us this week, guys. And let us know your spooky, ghostly encounters because we're very intrigued to know what you've also
Very
experienced.
interested in the unknown, you know.
Yeah, but that will be us for this week, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Peace.